Welcome back to Elden Ring. In this video I thought we'd mix things up a little bit so we're not just always focusing on builds and weapons and other things like that. We have recently covered how to get to Volcano Manor. I've done like a big variety of different videos on the channel for the game. And this time round, I thought it was perfect. I've just recently put together a really powerful Moonveil build. So if you're interested in that, it's on the channel. But this time, we're going to be looking at a place called Black Knife Catacombs. The reason we are jumping into the Black Knife Catacombs is because it's one of the more tricky ones, it's a little bit confusing. So it's going to be like a full-on walkthrough as to how to progress through the catacombs itself. I'll also give you some tips for the bosses and things like that. So just quickly before we get into the video, if you're not currently subbed to the channel, make sure you do sub, turn notifications on. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like, all support is greatly appreciated. And if you want to support me further as a creator, then check out the links in the description, and let's get into it. So, Black Knife Catacombs, for those of you unaware, is located in Liurnia on the west side of the map. And if you make your way from the lake, you come over to eastern Liurnia Lake Shore, and you follow the path all the way round, you come up to Eastern Tableland, then you start making your way up, like basically to the Minor Erd Tree, to the Mausoleum Compound. When you get to the Ruined Labyrinth, if you come off the path and you come along here, you are going to make your way to Black Knife Catacombs. There are two different bosses in here. I would recommend using the Moonveil Katana for both of them, but if I remove a couple of things from here, if you also run something based on holy damage, any skeleton in the game, instead of, like if I show you a standard hit on the skeleton down here, so I'm using the Moonveil, at the bottom of the stairs there's a skeleton, and once I kill the skeleton, he's going to drop to the floor, but he will start reforming. He'll come back together and he'll attack you again, so whilst he's down you have to hit him, and that will finish him off. If we go and reset that skeleton, if we switch to a weapon that deals holy damage, if we come down to the skeleton again, once he stands up, if I use my skill and I attack him, I deal a lot of damage, but he dies first time. And then my weapon is procced for a short amount of time, dealing holy damage, so I can just do a normal attack and it'll take the skeletons down first time. So if you are looking for a quick and easy to obtain Ash of War that deals holy damage, you are going to get your hands on Sacred Blade. So if we come all the way down to the Third Church of Marika, back in Limgrave, and from the Third Church of Marika, if you head over in this direction, because the undead are going to be weak to holy damage, so it's going to boost the damage you deal to them anyway. So even with a standard sword at level 1, you'll probably still be able to one-hit a lot of the skeletons. So over by this spirit spring out the back of the Third Church of Marika, there will be a scarab, and once you kill the scarab, you'll get Sacred Blade. Then go to any site of grace and apply the Ash of War, and then with Sacred Blade, you'll be able to take down the skeletons, and you won't have to wait for them to reform or attack them whilst they're down. It's just going to be like a one-hit kill sort of thing. So back in the catacombs, for the time being, I'm going to stick with Sacred Blade. I can even just proc it up here, and then when I get down to the skeleton, see, one attack is dealing over 1200 damage. I know I have the sword up to plus 24, but it will still be very good damage even if you don't have the sword leveled up, just purely because the skeletons are weak to holy damage. So there we go, there's another skeleton killed. If you've got a stone sword key, you can put it in here. And for some reason we have another skelly that... I hate the stone sword key pop-ups. They're so irritating because you have to press a button to get it to come off your screen. But inside this room, you will be able to get Rosas's axe. See, right now, because I don't have holy damage, he's going to go down and he's going to reform. So you, my friend at the back, you're getting that. And then I'm going to hit you, take you out as well. So stone sword key, come in the room, you can grab yourself the axe. And then if you carry on progressing through, there's another enemy dealt with. And over here we've got some grave glovewort. So in this room, you don't need to progress all the way down them stairs. if I just wait for the axe, that trap thing, I've actually died. That's what you get when you don't pay attention to your health. So, in the same room again, I'm going to keep strafing side to side so they miss their arrows. Going to grab my runes, and then once the axe comes back up, I'm going to take that guy out. I'm going to hope and pray that guy leaves me alone. I was very lucky for that one to hit. So if we do come straight forward and we come down here, there's going to be a skelly that pops out on your right hand side. So if we just take that guy out, make sure you heal up, don't be an idiot like me. And if we drop down here, we're in an underground section. There's a couple of drops. We've got a nice little drop at the end. A load of crabs in here as well. You'll even have a giant crab coming up there. At the back of here, you're going to be able to grab a rune arc. But there's pretty much nothing else down here. You do have a room which needs to be unlocked from the other side. So if we head back up the stairs, or back up the ladder, and if you come back on yourself, where you have all these traps, if we don't get firebombed, if you stand here, that's going to lift you up. There will be a couple of enemies up here. So, if you make your way along here, I'm going to pop a health flask again. Try and avoid all the arrows. Don't forget to deal your holy attacks. That guy's absolutely clueless. Then that one didn't know what time of day it was. But that's like the main enemies dealt with. And if you carry on coming along here, I believe that in front of us will be a secret wall. But if you just carry on taking out the skeletons, I'm not sure if there are any more. No, I think that's it. So I think you have to hit this wall here, if there is one, and then in here, you're going to have a boss. This is going to be a Black Knife Assassin, so I'd recommend getting a decent build together. I wouldn't run spells. You're in a very, very, like, tight, narrow sort of space. You can't summon in here or anything like that, so I'd get maybe a bleed build, a Moonveil Katana, something like that. And just be careful with the Black Knife Assassin. They're incredibly agile. They're going to be on your toes at all times. So make sure you have enough flasks with you and everything like that. Then once you've taken down the Black Knife Assassin, if you come here to this second section where the skeleton was, for some reason, okay, there's another one that just didn't want to wake up last time. So there we go, that guy's dealt with. If you drop down here, you're going to end up in the other section to the underground part. So, what we're going to do is come here, we're going to pull this lever. That lever is going to open up the door to the main boss. I am going to have to switch again just to deal the holy damage and take that guy out. And then over here, I thought that might have been a skeleton that's going to come to life or something, but there's a okay, you are, but you are very, very late. So over here, there is a lever. Pull this one, it's going to open up that doorway. It does take a moment, but then come through, and we're going to grab all this stuff quickly. And at this stage, you have a choice. You can either, up the top of the ladder, you can like go back on yourself all the way back to the start. Or if you've taken down Black Knife Assassin, what you can do is you can come back into the boss room. And once you've taken down the boss, there is going to be this little like orb thing, and it will return you to the entrance of the Catacombs. So, from the site of grace, make your way back down the stairs, take out this one skelly that's by himself, and then switch over to Transient Moonlight, or the Moonveil Katana. And right here, the doors will have opened. That was the lever we pulled in the underground section, and you are going to have a boss fight. In this boss arena, you are going to have 4 skeleton adds, and then the main boss. So what I'm going to do quickly is I'm actually going to switch over. I'm going to put my seal back on. I'm going to proc Golden Val, just so I get that attack bonus. And then I'm also going to drink my flask of Wondrous Physic. I'm also going to make sure I'm topped up on FP. Then we're going to head in. So you can switch, use Sacred Blade, providing you don't get trapped. That's the one thing you need to be careful of. It's actually going to ruin me. So if I come over here, you can summon against this boss. See, the adds are going to be really, really annoying with this one. But there you go. You'll see, with the Moonveil Katana, I have just one-tapped that boss. That's how easy it is when you are in here. And we also got an Spirit Summon, like Spirit Ashes for doing it as well. And then at the end, you do have a chest as well. If we open that up, you can get some Death Root as well. So, Moonveil Katana for the whole of this Catacombs, but also run Sacred Blade, so you're dealing holy damage, and you can deal with the skeletons a lot easier. The Moonveil will be for the bosses. The sword of your choice with Sacred Blade will be used for the skeletons as you're progressing through the Catacombs. So that was a look at how to complete Black Knife Catacombs in Elden Ring, and that is going to wrap up this video. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it.